Welcome and thank you for joining us. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Today we have brought top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. Harris unveils plan to ban corporate price gouging in food industry. Trump expands campaign team with 5 new advisors. Trump requests hush money sentencing take place after election day. J.D. Vance and Tim Walz agree to October 1 vice presidential debate. Columbia University president resigns in wake of campus protests over Gaza war. 5 charged in Friends star Matthew Perry's death. US man gets $7 million after 48 years in jail. Former Argentine President Alberto Fernandez charged with violence against ex-partner. Indian protests over medic's murder grow. WHO declares Mpox a global emergency. Mauricio Pochettino said to be USMNT coach. And Jordan Childs says unjust stripping of Olympic bronze has led to racist abuse. You are listening to Headlines, now news in detail. Vice President Kamala Harris planned to propose a historic federal ban on corporate price gouging in the food and grocery industries, her campaign revealed on Wednesday. There is a difference between fair pricing in competitive markets and excessive prices unrelated to business costs, the Harris campaign stated. Americans can see this difference in their grocery bills. This proposed ban was part of a larger economic policy platform Harris aimed to present at a rally in Battleground, North Carolina. As part of this, she also pledged to scrutinize potential mergers between large supermarkets and food producers, focusing on mergers that could raise grocery prices. This proposal marked one of Harris's initial efforts to outline her economic plans, which remained aligned with President Biden's focus on consumer protection and opposition to massive corporate mergers. The White House had earlier launched a strike force on unfair and illegal pricing. Harris pointed out that the soaring meat prices were a major factor in higher grocery bills, while meat processing companies reported record profits. She also planned to address high prices in prescription drugs and housing. Trump, her opponent, blamed Harris for the rising prices, saying voters paid for her liberal extremism at grocery stores, gas stations, and in mortgage bills. Donald Trump added 5 new senior campaign advisors on Thursday, according to sources familiar with the changes. This decision came as he tried to revamp his campaign and find strong attack strategies against Kamala Harris with about 80 days left until the 2024 election. Trump brought over Taylor Buttigieg, Alex Pfeiffer, and Alex Bruesewitz from the MAGA Inc. Political Action Committee. He also welcomed back Corey Lewandowski and Tim Murtaugh, who had worked on his previous campaigns. The new advisors joined as senior members, adding to a team still led by Susie Wiles and Chris LaCivita. Lewandowski, who ran Trump's 2016 campaign, returned in a less prominent role but as a formal advisor. Murtaugh, the 2020 communications director, returned with broader responsibilities, while Buttigieg, Pfeiffer, and Bruesewitz also took on significant roles. Bruesewitz, known for his large online following, was expected to enhance social media outreach. The Trump campaign had faced criticism recently, leading to these strategic changes. Historically, Trump has made major campaign shifts during the summer, similar to changes made in 2016 and 2020. Donald Trump requested the judge in his New York hush money criminal case to postpone his sentencing until after the presidential election in November. His lawyer Todd Blanche argued that sentencing Trump on the original date, 18 September, would interfere with the election happening just weeks later. In a letter revealed on Thursday, Blanche explained that delaying the sentencing would give Trump time to consider his options. This comes after Judge Juan Merchan planned to rule on 16 September on the defense's plea to overturn the verdict and dismiss the case, citing a recent U.S. Supreme Court ruling about presidential immunity. Blanche claimed there was no reason to rush the sentencing and mentioned potential bias because Judge Merchan's daughter is a Democratic political consultant who worked for Kamala Harris. Merchan, who believes he can remain unbiased, has not yet decided on the delay. Trump was convicted in May of falsifying business records to hide a payment to Stormy Daniels. Prosecutors argued it was to keep stories from hurting his 2016 campaign. Trump denies the claims and insists the case was politically motivated. Senator J.D. Vance said on Thursday that he had accepted an invitation from CBS News for a vice presidential debate against Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Kamala Harris' running mate, on October 1. The American people deserve as many debates as possible, Vance posted on X, also confirming his participation in a CNN debate against Walz on September 18. I look forward to seeing you at both. On Wednesday, Walz agreed to the CBS debate on October 1. CBS had proposed 4 possible dates: September 17, September 24, October 1, and October 8. However, Walz had not commented on the proposed CNN debate on September 18. The Harris campaign also did not respond immediately regarding Walz's participation in the September 18 debate. A CNN spokesperson confirmed that the network invited both vice presidential nominees for a fall debate and acknowledged Vance's acceptance. The spokesperson stated, "We are always in communication with the campaigns to provide opportunities for the American public to hear from the leading candidates." Last week, Trump said his campaign accepted the CBS debate and praised Vance. Walz expressed excitement about debating Vance during his first rally as Harris' running mate. Trump and Harris were set to debate on September 10, hosted by ABC News. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Columbia University President Minosh Shafik resigned on Wednesday, citing the strain of campus protests over Israel's war in Gaza on her family. Her departure comes after 4 months of criticism from both pro-Israel and pro-Palestinian sides. Shafik, the third Ivy League president to resign over Gaza-related campus unrest, said she wanted new leadership in place before the new term begins on September 3, when student protests are expected to resume. Katrina Armstrong, the dean of Columbia's medical school, was named interim president. The protests, which began in April and May, involved demonstrators occupying parts of the campus and led to hundreds of arrests. They criticized Shafik for calling the police to clear the protests and for not taking a stronger action. Protest group Columbia University Apartheid Divest welcomed Shafik's resignation but emphasized that their push for Columbia to divest from companies supporting Israel would continue. Republican Representative Elise Stefanik called Shafiq's resignation overdue, citing concerns about the protection of Jewish students. Shafiq, an Egyptian-born economist, plans to return to the British House of Lords and lead a review on international development. On Thursday, 2 doctors and 3 others, including a personal assistant to Matthew Perry, were charged with supplying large amounts of ketamine to the late Friends star. Authorities said the group was part of a criminal network that distributed the powerful sedative to Perry and others. U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada described the defendants, including a woman known as the Ketamine Queen, as having exploited Perry's addiction for their gain. They were accused of falsely prescribing, selling, or injecting ketamine that contributed to Perry's death. 2 of the accused, Jasmine Sangha, 41 years old, and Dr. Salvatore Placencia, 42 years old, were arrested and expected to be arraigned later on Thursday. Perry, who died at 54, had ketamine at dangerously high levels in his system, according to an autopsy. The report indicated that ketamine, combined with other factors, caused him to lose consciousness and drown in his hot tub last October. Perry had struggled with addiction for years, including during his time on Friends. His last ketamine treatment was noted to be over a week before his death. Glenn Simmons, a 71-year-old man who spent nearly 50 years in prison for a murder he did not commit, will receive a $7.15 million settlement from Edmond, Oklahoma. Simmons, who is black, was wrongly imprisoned longer than any other inmate in U.S. history. He was freed last year after serving 48 years, 1 month, and 18 days. On Monday, Edmond City councilors approved the settlement to resolve claims related to Simmons' wrongful conviction and the actions of one of the detectives involved in his case. Simmons' lawyers described the payment as a partial settlement of their lawsuit against the city and police for falsifying evidence to convict him of murder. The settlement aims to address some of the harm caused by the wrongful conviction, but Simmons' legal team has indicated that further legal actions may follow. The case highlights issues of justice and accountability in wrongful imprisonment cases. Now it's time for global updates. On Wednesday, a federal prosecutor formally charged former Argentine President Alberto Fernandez with violence against his ex-partner Fabiola Yunes. The charges include minor and serious injuries and coercive threats. Prosecutor Ramiro Gonzalez also requested additional evidence, including testimonies from former presidential Dr. Federico Saavedra and former Secretary Maria Santero. Fernandez, who served as president from 2019 to 2023, denied the allegations and vowed to prove his innocence. Yunes, who is currently living in Madrid, testified via video call from Argentina's consulate, confirming her written complaint. Her accusations emerged from a separate embezzlement investigation involving Fernandez, who is accused of mishandling state insurance contracts, a claim he also denies. Recent media reports have included photos showing possible marks on Yunes' body, which she allegedly sent to Fernandez's former secretary. Since the accusations surfaced, Fernandez has stayed out of the public eye, remaining at his Buenos Aires apartment. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. Thousands of people filled the streets of Kolkata early Thursday morning to protest the rape and murder of a 31-year-old medic. The discovery of her brutalized body last week at a state-run hospital has sparked nationwide outrage, with calls for improved safety for women. The large crowds in Kolkata marched under the slogan "Reclaim the Night" and held a candlelight rally at midnight, coinciding with the start of India's Independence Day celebrations. Protesters carried signs demanding justice with messages like "We want justice" and "Hang the rapist, save the women." Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called for swift punishment for those responsible for such monstrous deeds. The protests also highlighted ongoing issues of violence against women, with participants expressing frustration over daily harassment. Doctors in government hospitals across several states stopped elective services on Monday, demanding quicker justice and better security. Protests have spread to other hospitals, including in the capital, reflecting widespread demand for action and safety improvements. The World Health Organization declared a global public health emergency on Wednesday due to a surge in mpox cases in Africa. The decision marks the highest level of alarm under international health regulations. WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus announced the emergency after a meeting with experts. The rise in cases in the Democratic Republic of Congo and the spread to neighboring countries prompted the WHO to act quickly. Tedros expressed concern about the rapid spread of a new variant of mpox in eastern DRC and its appearance in countries that had not previously reported the disease. He stressed the need for a coordinated international response to control the outbreak and protect lives. The public health emergency of international concern is a legally binding declaration for 196 countries aiming to address serious health threats globally. The WHO is calling for urgent action to manage and contain the mpox outbreak effectively. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Mauricio Pochettino has agreed to be the new head coach of the U.S. men's national soccer team, ESPN and The Athletic reported on Thursday. The 52-year-old Argentine, who previously managed Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain and Tottenham Hotspur, will lead the team into the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Pochettino, who has no prior experience with international teams, will succeed Greg Berhalter. Discussions with U.S. Soccer Federation Technical Director Matt Croker led to the agreement. Croker and Pochettino previously worked together when Croker was with Southampton's academy. Pochettino has been without a coaching position since leaving Chelsea in May. He is expected to start with the USMNT match against Canada on September 7 in Kansas City. Pochettino's coaching career includes leading Tottenham to a Premier League runner-up finish in 2016-17, reaching the Champions League final in 2018-19 and winning League One with PSG in 2021-22. The USSF fired Berhalter in July after the US team did not advance from the group stage at the 2024 Copa America. US gymnast Jordan Childs expressed heartbreak after being stripped of her Olympic bronze medal from the Paris Games. Initially awarded the bronze in the floor exercise following a successful appeal, Childs was later informed by the Court of Arbitration for Sport that her appeal was filed late. As a result, the International Olympic Committee ordered her to return the medal, which was then awarded to Romania's Ana Barbosu. Childs, who dropped from 3rd to 5th place, has faced significant racial abuse on social media following the decision. In a statement, Childs called the decision unjust and deeply disappointing, and she condemned the racially motivated attacks as extremely hurtful. US Gymnastics had provided evidence claiming the appeal was submitted on time, but CAS ruled that its decision was final and could not be altered. Childs, who also won gold in the team event, vowed to continue fighting for her bronze medal. She briefly stepped away from social media but returned to address the impact of the situation. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 18,706.52. The NYSE Composite is increased by 208.43 points or 1.13%. Tokyo stock close price is 36,726.64. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 284.21 points or 0.78%. Shanghai stock close price is 2,877.36. The Shanghai index is increased by 26.70 points or 0.94%. Hong Kong stock close price is 17,109.14. The Hang Seng index decreased by 4.22 points or 0.02%. Bombay stock close price is 79,105.88. The Sensex index is increased by 149.85 points or 0.19%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Harris unveils plan to ban corporate price gouging in food industry. Trump expands campaign team with 5 new advisors. Trump requests hush money sentencing take place after election day. J.D. Vance and Tim Walz agree to October 1 vice presidential debate. Columbia University president resigns in wake of campus protests over Gaza war. 5 charged in Friends star Matthew Perry's death. US man gets $7 million after 48 years in jail. Former Argentine President Alberto Fernandez charged with violence against ex-partner. Indian protests over medic's murder grow. WHO declares Mpox a global emergency. Mauricio Pochettino said to be USMNT coach. And Jordan Childs says unjust stripping of Olympic bronze has led to racist abuse. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jagu TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jagu BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.